Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card here, which I think is called a pop-up panel gatefold card. So I've used the birthday wishes papers and decoupage from Dovecraft. As you can tell, I'm not still 100%, but I had to get some kind of video up for today, so that's why I'm recording this now. So this is the card for today, and so I've put a little topper on the top. If you wanted to do a belly band, you could, or some other way of fastening it, but I've put a just a little felt like a topper on the top, and I affixed it on this side, and then on this side here I've just got a little Velcro dot. So you open it up, and inside you have this bit that just pops up there like that. So then it can stand like that, or it can stand like that, however you want to, but I quite like the way that just kind of floats in the middle. So yeah, so it's quite a nice card. It's really super simple to make. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this card you're going to need one piece of base card that is 7 inches by 10, or you could just use a standard 5 by 7 card blank if you've got that. And then what you want to do along the long edge is you're going to score it at 2.5, at 5 and at 7.5. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and fold this in half like this, and then if we open it up we can then fold these in like that. Now these gatefold pieces, they need to be folded this way and also back on themselves, because when it's closed it will go in the envelope like that. However, when you open it up you might want these to go back, so you've got this kind of W shape, so it's worth giving them a bit of a fold both ways, just so they kind of know what they're going to be needing to be doing. Okay, so that's what you end up with. So if we treat with the front first, so on the front you're going to need 2 pieces of, well, in total you're going to need 6. I'll just say the whole lot for now. You're going to need 6 pieces of mat that are 2.25 by 6.75, and 6 pieces of pattern that are 2 inch by 6.5. So 2 of them are going to go on the front. So we're going to put these on here. I deliberately did these so they actually kind of matched up. So those 2 are going to go on the front there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down. Okay, so once you've done that, you can then open it up. Now on the inside, before we start sticking anything down, we want to put a strip on the middle here. Now this strip, I've made it to be 3/4 of an inch tall by 5 3/4 wide, and I've used the same purple metallic that I used on the as the mat layer. If you want to, you can use whatever you've got as a base, or you can do what I've done, use the mat layer. And all we need to do on this one is we are going to score it at 1/2 inch and at 5 1/4. Okay, oops, I've just done that, not quite 5 1/4, 5 1/4. And then what we want to do is go ahead and just burnish it where we've just scored it. And mine's going to be a bit wonky now because I've done it in the wrong place, but anyway. And we also want to give this just a bit of a fold. Now this should, hopefully, it's not going to be the full width across, just because you don't want to get in the way of those hinges. So that's why I've made it slightly shorter. So that's where it should go, like that. So what we want to do now is go ahead and add some red tape on the end here. So then I'm going to go ahead, take the backing off the tape, fold them over and stick these down. I'm going to make sure it's pretty much central on my card. Next up, you're going to take the 2 panels that you want to be on the inside here, and these are going to go exactly that on the inside, and you just want to make sure when you put them in that they're scooched right up against that crease line. If you have to trim them a little bit, you can, but you should hopefully be okay. It should be enough space to fit them in. So those are going to go there, and then these 2 are going to go here and here. So once you've done that, you should end up with that. So it kind of pops forward. So then we want to go ahead and put the greeting on. Now just make sure that whatever greeting you've got, it's not wider than 5 inches. I would say not wider than 4.5 really. And it's certainly not taller than like 6 3/4, well 6.5 really. I've got one that's it's not very tall, but it is quite wide, but it's just about right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of red tape, and you could use wet glue if you wanted to, and I'm just going to put a piece right in the middle. I don't want to stick it too far to the left and right, otherwise it's not going to pop out properly. But if you just stick it bang in central in the middle like that, a little bit, so this is about 1 inch wide, this tape, and then we can take our greeting and put it on top like that. And then what happens is when it stands up, so when you've got it stood up on your mantelpiece, it stands up nicely like that, but it just sort of pops forward, and it's just quite cool. There's lots of things you could do with it. And then to fold it down, you just fold it down like that and seal the front. So if you wanted to, you could put a belly band over the top. If you wanted to, you could put a greeting on the front, which I probably will do. I just need to find one that's the right one. But yeah, it's really nice, opens up, really easy to do, and it's displayed nicely. You could even have it displayed like that if you wanted to. Really up to you. And then you've got space on the back here to write. So if you're not using a white card base, you can go ahead and obviously put just cut out 2 more of the mats, put them on the back, and then 2 white pieces that are the same as your pattern, and then you've got your greeting on the back. So there you go. Or if you wanted to as well, you could also put a little thing on the back. You know how you did the little pop out things before, the little hinge type things, you could do that. But yeah, so there you go. Really super easy card. Good for any occasion, good for Father's Day, for get well soon, anything like that. So yes, I hope you enjoyed today. Apologies for my voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.